Typically, when China's economy slows, that's also reflecting economic weakness in other parts of the world. And I think what's interesting about the nature of economic cycles this time around is that some of the weakness is perhaps a little bit more idiosyncratic and unique rather than a function of weaker external demand in other parts of the world. And that means that the impact of China to the rest of the world's economic growth is proving a little bit lower. The beta, if you like, is lower this time around than's typically been the case. And that's similar to what we'd expect going forward.
If you put it all together then, with the exception of Japan and China, which are the outliers in terms of the policy approach, does it mean that the pause party stays for longer, or does it mean that the rate cutting cycle is bumped up?
We think central banks across most major developed market economies are done hiking, and we group the ECB and the Fed both in that category. Our view, though, is that the rhetoric, the forward guidance, will remain very hawkish, and the ECB should be a good example of that in 2 days when it meets on Thursday. We expect them to, while keeping rates on hold, tie their forward guidance to inflation rather than growth, and that will be quite hawkish for the market. So it will, if anything, we think, push out the timing of the first rate cut, which we expect to occur in September of next year, later than the market is currently pricing. In contrast, in the US, the market's already priced out Fed rate cuts quite materially. So if anything, we'd see a risk that on any cyclical weakness in the data, you could see those rate cut expectations either being bought a little sooner or priced in greater magnitude.